Hi everyone, welcome to the first wine offer of the year. At the A Club, we decided to highlight a winemaker for each wine offer. So this time, for the first time, we decided to showcase a woman winemaker, our dear friend Jane Eyre. So welcome, Jane.
Thanks, Evelyn.
You're welcome. So we are very happy and proud, to have you over in the lab. And then you're the best person to talk about your wine. So if you could say a few words about your wine, that would be fabulous.
Okay, so I've got a selection of 6 wines here, which will just hopefully highlight a selection of the different terroirs that I work with. So the first wine we have here is Volnay from 2019, which is a fabulous year, just in bottle, a selection of old parcels around Volnay and then put together and vinified at the winery. They're still young, the 19s, they need a little bit of time, but they also have lovely fruit, really across the board, but there's something, if you can resist, to put them in the cellar for a little bit, because they'll get better with time. The next wine is Gevrey Chambertin, again 2018. So this wine has had an extra year in bottle already. Quite warm for years of 18 and 19, so really lovely ripe fruit, quite rich on the palate, but again, they still need a little bit of time before they'll really be showing their best. So if you can, you've got a cellar, you can put them in the cellar and they'll be good now, but they should get better with a few years put away. This is the first one that I made in 2011 with my little micro-negociant, Savigny-le-Bon Premier Cru au Vergelès, again from 2018. This has a different structure to the Gevrey. It's a little bit more floral, also with some almost a green herbal character to it, not vegetal, but it has a mixture of the two, so probably a little bit lighter and more delicate, if you like, than the Gevrey Chambertin.
More ready to drink, this one?
It's probably, it will benefit with time, but it's perhaps a little more approachable in the beginning. Then moving on, we move to a Chassagne Montrachet Premier Cru,
which is a monopole for you.
So this is a monopole for me. It is basically 90-year-old vines in, as someone likes to say, it's an island of Pinot Noir and an ocean of Chardonnay, because now Chassagne Montrachet is more famous for
white
Chardonnay, but in fact, traditionally there used to be a lot more red planted. So I'm really delighted to have a Pinot Noir from Chassagne Montrachet. This is quite a serious wine, really quite rich, more almost in the blueberry type characters, but really does need some time put away. Then we move on to another Premier Cru, back to Gevrey Chambertin, this time a Premier Cru Les Corbeaux, and from 2017. So this vineyard sits right next to Mazy Chambertin, which is a very famous Grand Cru, and has quite similar characters. I always describe this wine as lace, because it's got lots of really delicate layers, but really long, fine, elegant tannins. 2017 was a slightly cooler year towards the end than 18 and 19. So this is the one that you really should drink first, because the 17s are very aromatic, a little bit lighter on their feet, and a little bit more approachable earlier on. Then we move on to one of my favourites here is Corton Grand Cru 2018. Now, Corton with the Grand Crus, they can actually be a blend of various parcels, or they can be just on their own. So this is actually a blend of 3 Grand Cru vineyards of Corton, Corton Renard, Corton Bresson, and Maréchaude, vinified together. There was only 3 barrels, so very small. I think there's about 800 bottles, small production, and again in 18. So, you know, it's had a year longer in bottle than the 19s, but when you've got your Grand Crus, a wine should always be good from the start. So you should enjoy drinking it now, but the benefit of, again, putting it in the cellar is that they gain some complexity and they change over time. So if you are able to hang on to them,
you can decant.
You can decant, or hide them behind some other things that you can drink that are ready to drink earlier on. So that just gives a little bit of a snapshot of the different terroirs and the different vintages.
Thank you, Jane.
You're welcome.
So as you said, it's 6 different bottles, homemade by this fabulous and talented winemaker. And then because, we have limited quantity and she's become very famous, so get your pack very quick. See you then.